Hey everyone, what is going on? And welcome back to another meta guide. So today we are in the Holiday Cup, and the Holiday Cup begins tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Ultra League will be continuing on as well for another week. But this is going to be the Holiday Cup for the Great League. There will be a Holiday Cup Ultra League edition that begins next week. We'll make our own separate video for that. But yeah, so for the Holiday Cup, normal, grass, electric, ice, flying, and ghost type Pokemon are going to be eligible. So yeah, let's just go ahead and dive right into it and see what we got going on for us. So for the S rank, we have Aurorus. Aurorus definitely going to be one of, if not the best Pokemon in this meta. Definitely very highly ranked. Powder Snow, Weather Ball, and that new Meteor Beam going to be so powerful. Yeah, definitely. Hopefully you have a good Aurorus. I personally do have a good one for the Great League, so I'm going to be building it and using it, trying it out for the Holiday Cup. No doubt about it. Next up, we have Togedemaru, which is an electric and steel typing. Great typing, I think, going to be doing well. I mean, I guess those ice types, because, it has, I believe it has Gyro Ball, which is super effective towards the ice Pokemon, and there's plenty of ice types. So, yeah, I mean, Togedemaru going to be a great option. Then we have Double. Double does have Double Kick, of course. Ice going to be weak to fighting, right? So Double Kick and then spam me with Body Slam. Then we have Lantern. Lantern is good with Water Gun. It's good with Spark as well, so depending on your team, Lantern is definitely going to be a really strong pick. Then we have Vigoroth, another fighting type user. It's not a fighting type, but it's a fighting type user, I guess, because it has counter, and it also has Body Slam similar to Double. Except it doesn't have Double Kick as counter, but getting to the Body Slams really fast, really spammy. Vigoroth is going to be at so many teams as a safe swap. It really is a good Pokemon. So that's going to be the S tier. Moving on to the A tier, we have Altaria. So Altaria is interesting because it's obviously has a lot of weaknesses being ice. It's double weak to ice, and there's so many good ice types in this meta. But if it can avoid the ice types, I think it's going to do pretty well. But yeah, it might be a little bit difficult to use just because it really does have to avoid those ice types. But if it does, it's going to do really well. Great Pokemon. Then we have Obstagoon, another counter user. So it's weak to fighting. It's double weak to it. Vigoroth is only single weak to it. I think Vigoroth is going to be a little bit better than Obstagoon. But Obstagoon, not a bad one at all with the counter Night Slash and Crush Chop. Probably my favorite moveset. And again, going to be strong against the ice types. Abomasnow. Abomasnow is another interesting one with Powder Snow and Weather Ball, and of course the grass coverage of Energy Ball. Then we have Pachirisu. Pachirisu is another electric type similar to Togedemaru. So if you're like me, you don't have like any XLs for Pachirisu. I might have like 1 or 2 XLs. You need a hundo or close to a hundo and like level 50, and that's not me. So you're not going to be seeing Pachirisu on my team. I may shoutcast one if somebody has one to submit, but it's not going to be on my team simply because I don't have it. But Pachirisu is really bulky, and it's a really good Pokemon if you happen to be fortunate enough maybe to live in a region where Pachirisu spawns. Then we have Alolan Ninetales. So it is true Charm was nerfed this season, but it's still going to be a solid option. I mean, Charm, was nerfed, but it was slightly nerfed. It's still really powerful, really strong. Going to be chipping away at so many different Pokemon. And I do recommend Charm. If you want to go Powder Snow, there's other options like Aurorus, right? So, yeah, definitely want to go with Charm if you're running Alolan Ninetales. Then for the B rank, so the B tier, we do have Castform, the Snowy Castform. Going to be another strong Ice-type Pokemon in this meta. We have a couple better ones, but this is going to be a really good Ice-type. Then we have Alolan Graveler. So Alolan Graveler is actually a Pokemon I do want to use for the Holiday Cup because it does have Rock Throw, which is going to be super effective against all the Ice types. Super effective against Charizard, double super effective against Charizard. It's just really good with Rock Throw. I mean, it has Volt Switch as well, which is good, but I really want to try the Rock Throw variant of Alolan Graveler. Then we have Alolan Sandslash. So, another Ice type. Gets to the Ice Punch attacks really fast with Shadow Claw as well as Powder Snow. I mean, both of them are good. You'll probably see the Shadow Claw variant. Then we have Charizard. So Charizard is an interesting pick because it does have the newly buffed Wing Attack, which is a great move for this meta, no doubt about it. But you could go Fire Spin as well, so it's strong against the Ice-type Pokemon. Then we have Frostlass. Frostlass is a ghost and an ice type, so it's not going to be weak. It's actually going to be resisting fighting attacks like Double Kick and Counter. So going to be single resisting those, so I think Frostlass definitely has some play here. But yeah, that's the SA and B tier for you. We're going to move on to the other options. So for the first one, we're going to have Magnezone. So Magnezone, another steel and electric type similar to Togedemaru, but not really as tanky. I do think it has play. I mean, of course, the Mirror Shot, if you're running Mirror Shot, it's going to be strong, right, against the ice types. I'm probably leaning towards Togedemaru, to be honest, but Magnezone, not a bad one. Then we have Regice. So Regice, we know how strong Registeel is, and even Regirock. So Regice with the lock on, getting to the moves pretty fast. Yeah, it could be another option. So moving on, we have Amorva. So Amorva is it's good, but the thing is, you need XL candy to really make it work. And are you really gonna be able to max it out? I don't know. I don't have enough XL candy to max Amorva out, so I'm just gonna stick with Aurorus. I do think Aurorus is better anyway, but Amorva, if you happen to have it, if you want to invest in it, it could do well. Maybe you could have a team with Amorva and Aurorus, but I don't think we'll see many of this for that reason alone. Then we have another flyer. We have Pidgeot. So Pidgeot, is interesting because it suffers a similar situation as, like, let's say Altaria, right? Because it is going to be weak to ice, and there's so many ice types in this meta. But if it avoids the ice types, I think Pidgeot can do well. I mean, it's only single weak to ice, whereas Altaria is double weak to it. But, probably won't see too many Pidgeot. But, Wing Attack, of course, did get buffed this season. It's really good. It really is. Then we have Wolverine, yet another ice type. So another ice type probably going to be strong. It would probably be better. It would probably be in the A, B tier maybe if it wasn't nerfed last season. But, it's still really good. And then we have Luxray. Luxray is another interesting pick. Powerful hitter with Wild Charge. Dugong is another one. So Dugong with Ice Shot, Icy Wind, going to be debuffing your opponent, getting to those moves. Skarmory is another flyer, but it's not weak to ice because it's a steel type as well. So Skarmory definitely going to be seeing some play, I'm sure of it. Then we have Alolan Sandshrew. So Alolan Sandshrew, yet another ice type. Garvantula, Volt Switch, Lunge, and Discharge, really powerful Pokemon. Snorlax. Snorlax is a great safe swap. It's always a great safe swap. We have some really big fighting uses in this meta, so we'll have to see if Snorlax sees some play, but Snorlax is always a good one. And then we have Wigglytuff. So Wigglytuff could be another Charm user for you, but I do think if you're going Charm, I think Alolan Ninetales is probably the way to go, but who knows, maybe some trainers will run double Charm. I'm sure there'll be some people out there that do want to go double Charm. But let's go ahead and move on to the solid team options right now. So for the first team, we're going to have Vigoroth in the lead with Aurorus and Alolan Ninetales. So the backline, of course, is going to be weak to steel, like Togedemaru with that Gyro Ball, or even Magnezone with Mirror Shot. So the backline does have to watch out for that, but Vigoroth will be able to handle those steel types like the Togedemaru, which I do think will be pretty common, right? Both Vigoroth and Aurorus are both weak to fighting. But the thing is, Vigoroth is also doing super effective damage towards the other counter users or the double kick user, Double Vigoroth and Obstagoon. So you do have play there. You could possibly lure it out. And then, of course, Alolan Ninetales taking neutral damage from fighting attacks. So I think that could be an interesting double ice team. And then moving on, we have a double counter team with Vigoroth and Obstagoon in the back, and then Wing Attack Charizard. So, of course, backline going to be weak to what? It's going to be weak to fighting. Whereas Charizard, of course, with the Wing Attack, it's going to be resisting fighting, and, it's going to be getting to the moves fast. The next team, we have Altaria, and then Togedemaru and Vigoroth in the back. So the back line, of course, going to be weak to fighting. And then Altaria, of course, resisting fighting, so going to be doing pretty well there. The next up, another team, we do have Lantern, and then we have Double and Pachirisu. So Lantern could go with Water Gun, could go with Spark. I'm probably leaning to. I mean, this team is an ABA double electric team, if you will, right? Because Lantern is electric, so is Pachirisu. So yeah, pretty strong team. Of course, Pachirisu does have the electric moves, so that's why you could go with Water Gun on the Lantern with this one if you don't want. Yeah, if you don't want to use it as like an electric attacker. Though of course it still has Thunderbolt. So yeah, pretty good team, I think. And then moving on, we do have Vigoroth in the lead with double electric, but this time it's an ABB double electric team with Togedemaru and Pachirisu. If you want to go with Lantern instead of Pachirisu, if you don't have the Pachirisu, you could certainly do that. Yeah, I mean, pretty good team. I think Vigoroth, of course, Vigoroth and Togedemaru, both of them are going to be weak to fighting. But again, Vigoroth, even though it's weak to fighting, it's also dishing out super effective damage with its fighting moves or fighting move counter to the opposing counter users, right? So then we have another team, the final team, actually a Alolan Graveler with Rock Throw. I really want to try it out, I really do. And then Charizard and Lantern in the back. So yeah, pretty solid teams. I think these could be really interesting. As I said, I'm personally interested in trying maybe the double counter team. I think could be an interesting pick. Definitely a team with Alolan Graveler, so maybe the Alolan Graveler, Charizard, and Lantern. But anyway, let me know what team you're going to use for the Holiday Cup, and are you going to be playing in the Holiday Cup Great League Edition, or will you be playing in the Open Ultra League? I'm really interested in hearing what you have to say, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.